Hi everybody, this is methlokaiju, and today we're doing another Godzilla 2 video. It's no longer going to be called Godzilla King of the Monsters, since that is not the official title anymore. It's probably a working title instead. There'll be an official one later on. But yeah, brand new Godzilla 2 information. This is possible Godzilla 2 information, because the source, it's obviously not that credible. It's from a forum. That's literally the source where this is coming from. So, I mean, yeah, take it with a grain of salt, 100%. And there's also some new casting information that does relate to this as well. So let's just go ahead and go with the casting information. So, there's a new person as part of the team that's been announced by the name of Mitch Kraft. And he's playing someone extremely interesting. And this is what it says. He's basically playing, quote-unquote, ancient temple guard. So this is extremely interesting. So he's obviously gonna have can't talk. He's obviously gonna have a very extremely tiny role, but just the role he's in is just extremely interesting. Ancient temple guard. So obviously there will be a temple in this in Godzilla 2. That's kind of obvious, as seen in the Kong Skull Island and credit scene. Maybe we can see, I don't know, Kyle Chandler's characters, maybe like a person who barely joined Monarch, and I don't know, maybe one of the other characters or something is like showing around evidence of these creatures in the past or something of that sort until they go in a temple or something. I don't know, something of that sort. That'll be pretty cool. So yeah, ancient temple. That's pretty nice. It could relate to the Kong Skull Island and credit scenes, or it could relate to maybe paintings of Mothra specifically. Maybe it's specifically for Mothra. I don't know. Who knows? And now let's get into the good stuff right here. This is, again, take it with a huge grain of salt. But this is from the Monster Zero forums. Again, take it with a huge grain of salt. But basically, a user by the name of Godzilla07 mentioned this right here. The company I work for does a lot of grip work for movies, especially when they're in Atlanta, because we have a studio space there. So I did a little research when I found out Godzilla was shooting in Atlanta. We are an AV/grip company, so the spoilers are vague at best. However, and then it says a little spoiler warning. So yeah, spoiler warning here. A few confirmed set pieces are Ancient Temple, Monarch Underwater Base, and Monarch Antarctic Base. So yeah, this is extremely interesting. It's we have Ancient Temple, an Underwater Base, and a Antarctic Base. So the Ancient Temple, I kind of already talked about that, and it seems Ancient Temple is definitely going to be part of this movie. So this person could be credible, but who knows really? Who knows? But let's analyze the other ones. Monarch Underwater Base. This is extremely interesting. This is somewhat fictitious. I know there's plans from I think China or something to build an underwater base, but that's later on in in the future. But yeah, this is almost futuristic kind of. So I won't be that surprised if there's actually I'll still be kind of surprised if there's mechs in the movie later on in the MonsterVerse. But I wouldn't really be so surprised if there's masers later on in the MonsterVerse. So that's pretty interesting. So I'm pretty sure there's an underwater base to track Godzilla, I'm presuming. And then we have an Antarctic base. So this is very interesting. There's probably a kaiju that's been sealed away in the Arctic for millennia or something. It could be Rodan or King Ghidorah. I really doubt it's Mothra. I mean, Mothra makes way more sense for Ancient Temple. It just makes way more sense. So, Antarctic base could be King Ghidorah. It could be Rodan, or Rodan, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, I'm not really sure who it could be. I mean, maybe we can go with the whole global warming plot and everything. Oh, mankind, look, CO2 emissions, caused the Arctic to melt, and so there's a huge creature that came from the Arctic or something. It could be like that. Could be like that, possibly. I don't know. So yeah, very interesting information. Somewhat spoilers, I guess. But again, take it with a grain of salt. But it seems this could possibly be credible just because he mentions Ancient Temple, which is confirmed to be in the movie. And no, it's not like the Ancient Temple part was confirmed before this post. This post actually came about earlier before the whole Ancient Temple casting announcement thing actually occurred. So that is extremely interesting, leading me to believe this is actually pretty possible. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Ancient Temple, Monarch Underwater Base, and Monarch Antarctic Base? What are your thoughts? And yeah, that's basically it for this video. That's basically it for this video. Make sure to like and comment. This is methlokaiju signing out.